the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and National Solidarity. We talked about the measures that have been taken since last year to further protect children from child marriages. We also asked where the construction of the hospital was, mother-child, so that children and their mothers can be better cared for.
In any case, there are many things that we have undertaken in favor of children, and everything we do is in favor of children.
Before I dive into this video of today, tell me, if you are coming from Burkina Faso or you are a neighbor of Burkina Faso, how bad was Burkina Faso before the coming of Ibrahim Traoré? Because after watching this video of this young girl boldly talking to Ibrahim Traoré or presenting her speech to Ibrahim Traoré, I wondered, which generation are we? Like, who does that? Like, who or which country right now in Africa allows girls to go on marriage at a younger age, 14, 15, 13? I think we are past that. Now, I'm going to react on this video of Ibrahim Traoré, this bold girl of Burkina Faso, confronting Ibrahim Traoré, telling Ibrahim Traoré, you know what, we got our issues and we want you to go through it. We want you to go there in the parliament. We want you to make life better for us, the children of Burkina Faso, because we are the future. Now, let's watch this video a little bit and then we go into it.
Silence le capitaine White, Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso, Head of State. We, the children of Burkina Faso, are here today on the occasion of World Children's Day to share with you the point of our meeting at the hemicycles and this year, we have had an incredible experience. We sat in the Legislative Assembly of Transition as deputies under the presidency of the President of the ALT. During the session, we asked important questions to the ministers about the promises you made to us during our meeting last year. With the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and National Solidarity, we talked about the measures that have been taken since last year to further protect children from child marriages. Concrete actions have been carried out this year to move children away from orphanages and allow them to continue their education. With the Minister of Health, we asked questions about your commitment to strengthening free care for women and children. We asked for the progress made this year so that this commitment becomes a reality for all families. We also asked where the construction of the hospital was mother-child, so that children and their mothers can be better cared for. With the Minister of Elementary Education, Literacy and Promotion of National Languages, represented by his counterpart, the Minister of Secondary Education and Professional and Technical Training. We discussed two things: your promise to make schools free for all in Burkina Faso. We asked where this promise is and when all children will be able to go to school without danger, and actions that have been taken this year so that schools are better adapted to the needs of disabled children and that they can learn in good conditions. We were very happy to hear the minister's answers. We were very happy to know that marriage has been brought back to 18 years old and that several activities are being carried out to prevent children's work in orphanages. And there is even a green number to denounce those who make children work. We have also learned that the government puts 30 billion francs each year so that children under the age of 5 and pregnant women can be treated for free. Also, the discussions that started for the construction of the hospital, mother-child, and the ground is already acquired. And in 2025, the work will begin. Finally, for children to go to school for free. Every year we build a lot of schools, and we have offered several living children with a disability-adapted material for their education. They told us that actions are already underway, and that others will soon be put in place. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, take our concerns to heart and work to improve our lives. We also had a special moment with the president of the ANT, where we presented a film that we made for FESPACO 2025. So this project allowed us to share our stories, our dreams, and what we want for our country. Monsieur le Président, Excellency, Mr. President of Faso, even if we see progress, we still have 3 big requests to make. Excellence, Monsieur le Président. 1. Excellency, Mr. President of Faso, we have heard that even if the law has brought back marriage at 18, there is the exception at 16. Could you tell them to fix it at 18, without exception if possible? This will protect all girls against early marriage and will allow them to stay in school and live their childhood. Excellence, Mr. 2. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, we are happy that you set up May 15th to allow us to know our tradition, but we are afraid that our grandparents and grandmothers think they can excuse the girls and marry the children. We would like to ask you, if possible, to take the floor officially to explain to them the meaning of May 15th, a day of customs and traditions in all languages. 3. Excellencies, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, our parents have explained to us that the law provides that children who have committed minor offenses do not go to prison, yes, but that they do light work, such as weeding the CSPS, cleaning the schoolyard. Can you ask the judge to apply this decision? This will prevent children from going to prison and being in contact with bad things. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, we know that you are listening to us and that you are ready to act to protect us. These changes are very important to us and will allow us to have a better future. Thank you, Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, for always thinking about us, for protecting us, for supporting us, and for building a Burkina where every child can be safe, go to school, and succeed in life. Thank you.
Bonjour à tous.
Hello, everyone.
Soyez les bienvenus.
You are honorable deputies today.
Donc, vous êtes-
I suppose that in reality, everything went very well.
Et je suppose qu'à la LT, tout s'est très bien passé.
Yes, the ministers were able to respond well.
Ils ont été
Were they convincing?
D'accord. Dieu-
Okay, thank God.
En tout cas, il y a beaucoup de choses que nous avons.
In any case, there are many things that we have undertaken in favor of children at Safa, and everything we do is in favor of children here.
You are the future of this nation. You are the future of the country. So everything we do is for the children. This must already be understood. Every initiative we take is for your well-being. It is so that you can live in good health, go to school, thrive, and do everything you can for the country. Many changes have been initiated. Many things remain to be done. It all depends on the rhythm at which we go. And as you can see, there are many children who were displaced, but who are starting to resume classes little by little in several localities.
Now, welcome back. This young girl, she has a spirit of leadership. She's very bold, and she talks with some sort of power. Eyes are wide open, no blinking, facing the president of Burkina Faso, facing the Captain Ibrahim Traoré himself. This is the generation we want. We want a generation who does not have fear. It's a generation when you're given a chance to talk to a president, you start blushing, start drawing some circles because you have this fear to face the president. But right now, the fear is gone. And when the fear is gone, we'll have a better Africa. And this generation, this Gen Zs, Gen Alpha, this is the generation that is coming to lead tomorrow. And now we need to lead them in a better way. And that's why I'm telling Captain Ibrahim Traoré, all the things this lady said here, please go and amend them. The laws and everything about the marriage, education, go and amend them. Because when I look at Ibrahim Traoré, there's a leadership in him. And this leadership is what we want in Africa. We don't want politicians. We don't want politicians because politicians have showed us a lot. Politicians have led Africa into wars, into chaos, into hunger. Everything that a politician touches is like, damn it, it's just bad. And that's why we are looking for leaders. And we will only get a leadership to these people who understand the interest of the people, to the people who listen, or to the leaders, or to the people who listen to others. A leader listens. A politician does not listen. A leader will listen to you and will go out there, will will analyze what can be achieved and what cannot be achieved, and will come out here and tell you, you know what, we have done this and this, but this one we need some sort of some kind of adjustment so that we can achieve this one. And here I have seen this lady telling Ibrahim Traoré, I want you go out there. The law that says children of Burkina Faso, the ladies of Burkina Faso, the young girls, will go off marriage under 16 years. Abolish that. Let's make it 18 years. And this is 21st century. I am not out here going to imagine that a parent or there's a country in Africa that will allow a young girl to get off marriage at the age of 14, 13 years. It's awkward. It's awkward. And with that mentality, we are going to create a future or an Africa that is not Africa. Because when you take your child at the age of 13, when you marry her off, that means that you are cutting off her studies, her education, and we will have an illiterate generation. And when we have an illiterate generation, that means that the issue that is going on in Africa, all the poverty and illiteracy and everything that is making Africa, dragging Africa behind, will be worse or will continue for a number of years to come. Ages and ages will just be crying, will just be sobbing, saying that Africa, we are like this, we are behind, blah, 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 etc., etc. But we are the reason why these things are happening, simply because we don't want to raise a knowledgeable society. We don't want to raise a knowledgeable generation. When we have a generation that is educated, that means we have a better future for Africa. When we have a generation that is knowledgeable, that means we'll have better leaders. Because when you are knowledge, that means you will see the issues that are in Africa. You will notice what Africa needs. You will notice what we need in Africa so to change for a better Africa. We will know what and when to do away with the neo-colonization. We will know. We'll know who is the best leader to choose. We'll have the ability to make good decisions. We'll have the ability to make decision making. You do decision making because every decision making determines with the knowledge you have. If we have an illiterate generation, it's hard for us to make a decision, simply because it will be when we have an illiterate generation, it will be hard for us to make decision, simply because making decision needs a good decision making. When you want to make a good leader or choose a good leader, you just need to be knowledge, to have some sort of knowledge, because when you have knowledge, you will avoid bribe, you will avoid after election violence, you will avoid choosing leaders that are not fittable or are not fitted for that seat. Now, let me tell you something. When it's election period, for example, here in Kenya, you will see all these politicians going around to ghetto areas, villages, saying, choose me, elect me, I'll do this and this and this. But you won't see those leaders going to areas that, rich areas where you think knowledge people live here, educated people live here. You won't see them going there, because educated people knows already who to choose. They already have made their decision according to the economy, according to what they want, according to the taxation. There is some things they look before making choices. They are looking for, if we give this guy this seat, how is he going to deal with the economy of Kenya? How is he going to deal with the foreign currency, with the currency liabilities? How is he going to deal with the infrastructures, with the taxes? They are looking for things, key things, and they have already made up their mind. That's why you don't see politicians going in areas where we have rich people. We need an educated generation. And that's why I have seen a leader in Ibrahim Traoré, because Ibrahim Traoré is focusing so much in education. He has told these children that, you know what, you will be here where I am right now for coming years, because you will be parents and you'll have children. And we want to create a generation that will be happy for what happened. You want to create a generation that will see the value of their children too, the value of children's accessing quality education, accessing quality health, accessing good infrastructure, etc., etc. This is the leaders we want in Africa. We don't want politicians. We don't want politicians. Politicians are here to destroy. Politicians are here to destroy. But leaders are here to lead people to something good. Because every leader wants to lead a society or a generation that is not hungry, a generation that is not angry, a generation that is not starving. Because when you lead hungry people or angry people, they will eat you alive. That's why you see people complaining, you see groups forming, terrorist group forming in these areas where we have dictators, leaders, in these areas where there's no political stability. It is good to say that we need good leaders. And good leaders will come here. There's no one will come from outside to lead us. We will not wait for the white people to come here and show us how to be civilized. We will not wait for the white people to come here and say, you give us this country so that we can lead for you. You see? We want to make an educated generation, and a generation that is fitted to know that this leader is a puppet, this leader is a good one, and this one is like this. Let's do away with this. We are choosing leaders who are God-fearing. No. That's what illiterate people think, that this leader is God-fearing, so we need to choose him for him to be in power because he fear God. He fear God. What about us? Does he fear the people he's leading? Does he have our interest? He does not have our interest. You cannot choose a leader because he fears God. That is spiritual matters. You deal with your own spiritual matters on your own. But at this point, the point where you are dealing with the country, the point where you are dealing with the motherland, the soil of Africa, leave your spiritual ways away. And that's why Kenya fall into this trap of choosing a leader simply because he is God-fearing, blah, blah, blah. He goes to church and give us money. And then we got a leader that does not care about you. You got a leader that does not care about your health, does not care about your children's education, does not care about if you own a land or not. We have cases of corruption, cases of land grabbing. Now we will be raising generation that will not have anything good. That's how we are killing Africa. When they say Africa is designed to be poor, this is what they mean. They mean that this puppet leader who is in power will put high taxes, education, the school fees will go high so that you don't get this education, poor quality services in health centers so that you all die. So you will revolt in this poverty for a number of days and years, going and coming, simply because your leader has or is in this system, a system that makes you to beg and to kneel down for him so that you can get help from him. And that's what the politicians love. The politicians loves you to beg, to kneel down each and every 5 years to clap for him. When you tell him, I will build roads for you, he claps, I will build hospitals for you. And then after 4 years, he will come back and say, you know what, there is Maram, we are poor there. We are going to build this in the next 5 years. Give me another 5 years so that I can do what I started. And that's not what we want. We want leaders, not politicians. I can see a leader on Ibrahim Traoré at 36 years old and giving these children opportunity to raise their issues, to raise their alarm that they have, to raise their interest. It is a good start and a good move. I've seen other leaders doing that, but I don't see them implementing what they have been told. But this one, I know he is implementing because he's focusing on education, agriculture. Every part, every sector, we are liberating. Burkina Faso. And we'll have bigger or great Burkina Faso coming years. When we have good Burkina Faso, we'll have a better West Africa. When we have better West Africa, we have better Africa. When we have better Africa, we have better black people. And that's the way to go. Tell me in the comment section what you think about this video, because we need to see, or we need leaders who have the interest of people and not just people. When you're talking about people, it's not only those who will vote for you coming election. When we talk about people, we talk about the generation that comes. How are you taking care of the coming generation? This young lady talked about young children who have commit minor crimes and then being taken to jail. How bad was Burkina Faso? Because we have juveniles where you can take students there, do community work, and they can come back to their senses. So this is the way to go. And this young lady, she has a spirit of Pan-Africanism. She has a spirit of Africa. The things that she has said is the things that is affecting a lot of children in Africa. A lot of African girls are going through these issues that she has tabled here. It's high time for African people to choose leaders who are able to look the interest, or to focus on the interest of the coming generation. That's what we need. Tell me what you think on the comment section about this video, because wow, I needed to talk about this because we are talking about future. We are talking about good future for Africa. We are talking about better Africa, because if we cannot change Africa right now, I know we'll change it tomorrow. And tomorrow needs this generation, Gen Z, Gen Alpha. Give them knowledge, give them everything they want, make their life better so that tomorrow can be great for them. Until next episode, peace be with you.